Hey, I am Rodolfo, part of the after-school program. I help as a teacher there. I also help at a youth group ministry that is on like a street ministry, and I lead a Bible study with a bunch of ladies. The relationship came out of the houses that we built during the summer for them, and I also handle some of the legal situations, the establishment of the nonprofit, and lawyers and paperwork. Love God and love others. It's just not, it means a lot of things, not just being nice or smiling all the time. And it doesn't happen in a church meeting or in a set up environment like that. It happens in daily life, in real life, in the interactions that we have with people. I guess I'm just gonna tell you one story right now, see how that goes. So there is Paulita. We built a house for her, like first year I was here with OBC, and then we kind of started became friends with her, a lot of us here, and like her husband beats her and her kids up all the time. So one time she comes to church, and we're just working here, and she's like, I need to go to the police because my husband beat me up and the kids. So we went there, and then we went to the police station here in Pesqueria, and then they sent us to a different place in Monterey, and went to many different places to do something about it. And so we did that all day long, and then we came back, and in the end, Paulita dropped the charges, so he came back home with them. And then about 6 months later, she comes back, and she's like all beat up, and she's like, I need to go to the cops because my husband beat me up. So we took her there, and they already had the file that he had done that a few times already. So they took him to jail, and then the kids had to go to counseling and just some different things. So I drove them over to this place in Monterey again, and then at the end of the day, I was waiting for Paulita to get out of this office that she was talking with the lawyer or something, and then her husband was sitting right in front of me, all dirty and not drunk anymore, but he hadn't taken a shower in about 3 days, and he was smelling bad, and with this sad looking face. He couldn't even look at me in the eye, so it was kind of depressing. Then we left the place, and then obviously he came back with them to the house, and now Paulita had the custody of the guy. So if he does something, she just calls the cops, and he's gone for a while. But every time, after all this, driving her to the police station and doing all these things, she would take him back. And I was really frustrating because, it's that he's going to beat them up again. And it's going to be really sad because she's letting that happening. So after the third or fourth time that I did that, I was losing hope. The last time I was really crabby, not even in a good mood, It's she just got beat up, and I'm sick of it. And I'm like, this is your fault because you let it happen. Then there's Hugo, the youngest one, who at that time was in first grade. And he was part of Club 121, and we used to play soccer all the time here in the courtyard. And he's just the cutest kid in the world, he looks like a teddy bear. We were playing soccer, and he's not that good, so he stands right next to the wall, and I'm all excited driving the ball, ready to score a goal, and then I shoot as hard as I can, and I shouldn't have because those are first grade kids. And then he's standing right next to the goal, but right next to the wall also, and then the ball hits him in the face. And then his head hits the wall, and then he's just grabbing his head on the ground, and I just hold him here, and I sit with him in my lap, and then suddenly we feel this blood dripping down my hand and then my shirt, and I'm all with his blood is all over me and he's bleeding, and that little cut, like it was like tiny little cut that was just bleeding crazily, and he was fine. That afternoon I took him home and I stayed at his house for a little while, and then at the end of the school year, the summer groups came back, and some of the girls that have been around for a few years, we went to visit her in one of the house visits. So it was kind of a good conversation because they knew each other and we were just talking, and I couldn't translate everything because everybody was talking at the same time. It was kind of fun, and then Paulita started telling the girls that were this house visits that she was really glad and thankful that I've been around for this time, because she started talking about each one of the times that I took her to the police station with the kids, and she was saying that she wanted to go to church and just learn more about God, because she wanted her kids to be like me when they get older. Because that was like really, that was really good for me to hear, and just see that like the fact that I was there, even when I wasn't in a good mood, she kind of appreciated that. Those moments of me being there, and the fact that I took the kid to the clinic when he was injured. It showed more of love than whatever this kid's dad has shown him, the whole life. And I was just amazed at how much can we impact people just by being there and just being just nice, not judging them or something like that. I was kind of, I felt kind of embarrassed that I was so stinking mad at her like that, those times that she took the guy back. But just some people, that's what it takes, like years of being there. That's when they start getting that God is love, and then that's what the God wants good things for us.